Didn't even show up tonight! Huh?
Lady dudes and NB dudes, welcome to SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle. And we're joined by our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion who came out to the wrong music tonight. And, these fans are kind of letting him know
someone else
what they think about him.
Last month, Judy's put his... Last month, Judy put his career on the line, trying to take my title. And none of you thought I was going to win. You didn't want to give me any credit for everything I've done.
That's because you don't deserve it!
Well now, whether you like it or not, you have no choice but to show me respect.
I don't think that was exactly the sound of respect that the SoCal Pro fans are showing our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, Matthias. What's up, my dudes, lady dudes, and enemy dudes? Welcome to SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle. I am Gnarly Charlie Gnar, and normally I'm joined by my compatriot Andy, but unfortunately he is out getting a colonoscopy. But don't worry. All the action that we have for tonight is still on, and we've got an amazing show for you. We've got tag team action. We've got Tortuga versus Eddie Elas. Ruby Reyes making her return here versus Adrien Diamond, the winner of the Summer Classic, and of course, champion versus champion as our main event.
Well, folks, that wasn't quite how we were expecting to start things out here, but that's okay. Everyone, welcome to SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle. How are we doing tonight? Well, when we're not being commandeered in the ring, we're having a great time. My name is Olivia. I'm wrestling's newest yapper, and I'll be your host for this evening.
absolutely no respect to our newest announcer, Olivia, SoCal Pro's newest yapper. But if there's someone who the ladies all love, it's this next opponent. And Fidel Bravo already exiting the ring before this contest even began. I think that might be actually a brand new record. Fidel Bravo usually spends at least a portion of the match outside the ring, but absolutely showing why Fidel is a, quote, fan favorite. The fans absolutely love to hate this guy. Destruction of property, disrespecting our newest announcer. Fidel Bravo is absolutely a class act here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. But I suppose when you have the acumen, you have the history, you have the experience that Fidel Bravo does, you see how much you can get away with. And the bell has sounded for our first and opening contest here tonight. Collar and elbow tie-up as Fidel Bravo looking for that upper hand, grabbing that wrist. And nothing's gonna stop the dancing show that is Don Caliente, as even he found a new dance partner here at SoCal Pro Summer Sizzle. Once again, thank you so much for joining us as Don Caliente is already getting the party started here tonight.
This is wrestling.
Don Caliente, of course, of Dos Caliente. Don Caliente, the more dancing, fun-going of the two. Of late, that's kind of gotten him in a little bit of a sticky situation.
Hey, this is sexy.
As Don Caliente is finding a hard time to keep his head in the game, it sounds like. But it looks like Fidel's letting the crowd get in his head. Fidel looking like he's looking for a test of strength. There's that crafty veteran finding a way to grab that wrist control and getting that top wrist lock as Don Caliente with a very interesting reversal as he finds a way to take control, and again, Fidel goes out of the ring. You see him scratching his head, a little bit puzzled. Don Caliente is showing a little bit of unorthodox offense, and I think what we saw there was an orthodox temper tantrum. Once again, back in the ring. This is definitely, like I said, a feeling out process during the early goings of this. But Don Caliente looks like he's getting ahead of steam as a big arm drag from the corner. And a huge Japanese hip toss. A little bit of wiggle woo as a big splash gets only a count of 2. Now, of course, not many people know, but when you wiggle your hips like that, it does actually lower your center of gravity. Of course, that's not true, but no one tell Don Caliente. As using that momentum, big head scissors, sending Fidel Bravo out of the ring. And it looks like Don Caliente is gonna fly through the middle rope. Air Caliente. Unfortunately, the only way to win this match and get the pinfall is inside the ring. Don Caliente not going to pick up the victory out there.
I'm coming, puppy.
But can definitely inflict a little bit of punishment as those European uppercuts find their mark. And it looks like Don Caliente is going for a suplex on the outside. We have no padding here in SoCal Pro Wrestling. That is bare floor. And if he gets that, that could be devastating to Fidel Bravo. Oh! The base of Caliente's spine driven into the apron of the ring. Not many people know, it's not common knowledge, but that is the hardest part of the ring. And a huge kick to the jaw sends Caliente reeling for basically the first time tonight. Fidel Bravo sending Don Caliente back into the ring, off the ropes, and a huge forearm catching Caliente right at the crook of the neck. Fisherman suplex gets a count of 2, and only 2 as Don Caliente found a way to kick out. Sorry, Fidel, I don't think your dance moves are gonna woo the crowd quite as much as Don Caliente's. As you can hear the crowd saying to Fidel, "You're not sexy." He's also not exactly following the rules, choking Don Caliente on the ropes. He's got to be very careful not to get himself disqualified, as our referee Joe is already starting to count. And Caliente feeling that boot across the spine. Fidel's absolutely been targeting the back and the jaw, as another kick sends Caliente looking at the stars. Not exactly the strongest pin from Fidel Bravo. He might be getting a little bit overconfident. So I don't think Don Caliente is taking quite enough punishment for him to be pinning. Quite so lackadaisically, but a sunset flip and a duck from Don Caliente as he rolls up. 1, 2, and only a count of 2 from Don Caliente as he catches a huge kangaroo dropkick to the face. And Fidel signaling to the crowd, it was actually that close. The referee's hand was coming down for 3, and Don Caliente almost, well, I hesitate to say snuck away with the victory, but not exactly inflicted the most punishment. Almost caught Fidel slacking, but Fidel picking up Don Caliente, the larger opponent, and a huge backbreaker across the knee. That can be absolutely a very debilitating move. As you saw that kick out from Don Caliente, it's getting later and later, and it's not as strong as it was during the outset of this match. And you hear the crowd getting behind Don Caliente. Fidel just trying to wear him down, but Caliente is absolutely getting the crowd behind him. Able to work back up. Shots to the stomach. And a huge forearm across the face of Fidel Bravo. Sends him into the corner, and Don Caliente showing a little bit of athleticism. Off the rope, pinballing, and hitting Fidel with a big kick to the side of the head. Both competitors are down. And it looks like Don Caliente is getting a little bit serious here. Punch, and a huge reverse atomic drop. Yeah, that'd be my response too, Fidel. And another atomic drop. And a big neck breaker from Don Caliente. We've seen him put many people away with this. 1, 2, and that was 2.75. Fidel somehow found enough to kick out of that. And Don Caliente is going to have to pull deep into his bag of tricks in this opening contest, but it looks like, I think we may see it. I I've never seen a worm that sexy. And oh, big elbow drop misses as Fidel, I think, had that scouted. And a huge DDT planting Don Caliente's face into the mat. 1, 2, 3. And that is only a count of 2. I don't know how Don Caliente kicked out of that. The amount of leverage, the amount of force that Fidel Bravo put into that DDT could have absolutely put a lesser man down, but Don Caliente ducking the stomp, kick to the gut, trying to go for that neck breaker one more time off the ropes, and a kick right to the breadbasket as Fidel has him up. And Don Caliente trying to go for that small package with a Pele kick to the temple of Fidel Bravo. Back and forth, the momentum swinging in huge leaps and bounds as Don Caliente telegraphed that just a little bit too much. Caught an elbow for his trouble, and another enziguri. You hear the impact of that. As Fidel with a very interesting way to get into a rear naked choke. As you can see the life fading from Don Caliente's eyes.
Give me the bell, he's done.
And Fidel, the ref called for the match.
Here is your winner, Fidel Bravo.
Don Caliente having the life choked out of him. The ref calling for the bell. And your winner, Fidel Bravo. Once he had that rear naked choke sunk in, our referee Joe absolutely correct in calling for the bell. Lest Don Caliente suffer a serious injury with that rear naked choke. Absolutely nothing against Don Caliente.
Caliente, baby!
As that move has put away many people, but you can't knock the smile off SoCal Pro's hottest Don that easy. But Don Caliente absolutely taking a little bit of punishment in that match. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here, SoCal Pro Summer Sizzle. Later in the evening, we've got the Mighty Tortuga versus the Straight Edge Devil, Eddie Elas, on our main event of the night. The ass-kicking machine, Matthias, versus the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, champion versus champion, but we bring it to Olivia.
Well, after Fidel and Matthias, I feel like I'm getting hazed as the new girl, as the new announcer a little bit. So hopefully this is the end of this. So what do we think of the first match? Are we excited tonight? Let's hear it, Vista! All right, so later in the evening we will be having a tag team match, and Dynamite Pegasus was scheduled to be a part of that match tonight. He is unfortunately injured, so he will not be performing in ring, but he will be here at Intermission to say hello to everybody, and so please do support Dynamite Pegasus, and hope he recovers from his injury soon. Thank you.
I came here with a plan to dominate the competition. But things haven't gone as I had intended. Ignorance has made me fall from grace. I need to correct my course. Something needs to change. I need to change. A metamorphosis, so to speak. Become something new.
okay. I'm about out of it with this this disrespect to Olivia, to be honest, but.
But you haven't figured it out yet. I'm Gunjack. And boy, do I look good. I decided it was time for me to improve upon myself. Yeah, I'm already amazingly fit, but now I also have an amazing fit. Now, this transformation is a personification of strength. A strength that no man will have the tenacity to challenge. But if somebody does think that they're man enough, by all means.
See, it works better when you talk into the microphone. Now, I know it's been about 12 months since I've done this, and it might be the commentary microphone and headphones ringing in my ears, but that sounded like an open challenge. Now, much respect, but I'm going to leave it up to the SoCal Pro fans. Let's say, would you be okay? I know it's not exactly on the card tonight, but would you all be okay with SoCal Pro Spawn Princess Gnarly Charlie having a match with Gunjack? No, it sounds like they don't want to because I wasn't exactly loud enough, but did you want to have a match with SoCal Pro Princess Gnarly Charlie versus Gunjack? All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have an impromptu matchup here tonight at SoCal Pro as Gunjack, the new and improved Gunjack, will be taking on Gnarly Charlie Gnar. And we are underway. Once again, an impromptu matchup here. Let's see how this plays out. The new attitude Gunjack, we got to lock up in the center. Charlie taking advantage quickly here in this matchup. The athleticism. Gunjack eats the corner. Charlie playing some mind games here. Crowd firmly behind the punk rock princess early in this matchup. Gunjack not taking this lightly in chase here. Charlie back in the ring, Gunjack right there. Once again, Charlie in firm control of this matchup. Oh, beautiful clothesline into the corner. Gunjack's in trouble here. Charlie to the top. What do we got? Big cross body. This could be it. Oh, Gunjack kicks out at 2. Oh, wait a second. I think Gunjack just grabbed the hair. Once again, this new attitude from Gunjack, we haven't seen this before. A little bit of A little bit of a mean streak here. Gunjack just planting those boots hard right to the back of the head. Oh, Gunjack firmly in control of this one now. Charlie might be in trouble. Some big clubs from Gunjack here. What could he be thinking next? Charlie in the corner. What does Gunjack have planned here? A big back elbow of his own. Oh, we're playing mind games now. Once again, Gunjack is having his way here in this matchup. Charlie needs to mount some offense here sooner. This match will be over. It could be over right now. Kick out at 2.5. Gunjack jaw-jacking with the crowd here. Charlie with that big forearm right to the jaw. Oh my goodness. Gunjack with a nasty clothesline. Gunjack seems to be doing a little bit more talking than fighting here. Oh, wait a second. Now we're just being disrespectful to our opponent. Oh, Charlie blocked it. Blocked it again. Oh, big back suplex. Signs of life from Charlie. Gunjack is reeling, but he's back to his feet here. Oh, big clothesline. Oh, big shoulder tackle. Big, beautiful drop kick right to the corner is Gunjack. Swing and a miss from Gunjack. What does Charlie have planned here? Wait a second. Big DDT cover. Kick out. Gunjack kicks out at 2.5, 2 3/4. Gunjack to the outside now. Trying to catch his breath here. Reeling. Very smart maneuver from the new and improved, as he would say, Gunjack here. No, Charlie to the outside now. Gunjack trying to catch his breath. Will not be having any of that tonight. Oh, Charlie face first right into the apron. As Gunjack had planned here, looks like he's climbing to the top. Something big coming here. What do we have? Pivotal moment in the matchup. No! Oh, we have a roll up. Wait a second. Oh, Gunjack with his feet on the ropes, and this one is over. Gunjack victorious. Crowd does not like that finish at all.
say, I promise there's going to be no more interruptions, but I don't know that anymore. I don't actually know. Okay, how's everybody feeling tonight? Thanks so much, everybody, for coming out. If you see the camera on you, please give them a shout. Hello. Give them a shout. We are live on YouTube to the entire world. Be sure to share that YouTube link with your friends, with your family, for people who don't live around here. People might be visiting who want to come and check out the greatest independent pro wrestling in Southern California. Thank you. And we love signs as well. Please bring your signs as well. Bring your signs, bring your best cheers, bring your best insults. Not for me, please, not for, I've had enough tonight, really. I'm not sure how much more I can take. The following contest is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the shady part of town, representing the Shady Boys, the highway shifter, Red, William, and the Shady Gang, Remy Morgan.
Hey, how about this guy right here? How about that? I overcharged him for it, just so you know that.
Oh, what's up, my dudes, lady dudes, and envy dudes? Sorry about that little interruption. Well, like I said, it's been about a year since I've done that, and I just couldn't resist an open challenge. And much as I'm remiss to sing the praises of the Shady Boys, thank you so much for Remy Morgan filling in on commentary for me.
And introducing their opponent, first from Caliente, California, the Monster Man, Jay Ridgway.
And it looks like Monster Man has found himself a tag partner in Morgan McClay, filling in for the injured Dynamite Pegasus.
From Julian, California, weighing over Scotland, Morgan McClay.
It's fight night! We're here to rumble! Let's rumble, baby!
The Highland Warrior Morgan McClay filling in for the injured Dynamite Pegasus, as our fantastic brand new ring announcer Olivia already mentioned. But this is definitely going to be interesting. While it's not a handicap match anymore, could have been the Shady Boys versus just the Monster Man Dave Ridgway, which even then, it's hard to bet against the Monster Man as he does live up to his moniker, but the Shady Boys are absolutely a well-oiled machine. And almost telepathic in the ring. They don't have to communicate. They don't have to talk out loud. They go by movements. They see their partner's body language. They're almost brothers in terms of that sheer communication and link. As the bell sounds and Monster Man going to be the one starting us off in this contest. Normally you'd give the size advantage to Big Red of the Shady Boys, but sounds like Remy Morgan doesn't need the size advantage as he tries to sneak up on Dave Ridgway, and I think more just makes him angry. And the two big men in the match, Dave Ridgway and Big Red of the Shady Boys, almost equal in terms of height, but you have to give that weight and that strength advantage to Dave Ridgway. He's called the Monster Man for a reason, and as he overpowers Red and sends him into the corner.
Watch him. He pulled my hair to get me back in the corner.
Our referee Joe breaking up that action in the corner, bringing it back to the center of the ring. As the Shady Boys have not ingratiated themselves with the SoCal Pro fans over the past few months. Going up against fan favorite after fan favorite, and once again, paired up against Monster Man Dave Ridgway and Dynamite Pegasus. Of course, Dynamite Pegasus out with injury. And that's not so much to cause injury, that is an insult from Big Red of the Shady Boys. As Dave just pushes him down, and a big shoulder tackle to Red. Oh, and another shoulder tackle, sending the Shady Boy up into the sky and down in that reverse atomic drop. Setting it up for that big power slam, driving his shoulders and spine in the mat, but only a count of one. I did mention that they're almost equal in size, so probably going to take a lot more to tear down that big oak tree. One half the Shady Boys going in. Double back elbow by McClay and Monster Man. They haven't been a tag team for very long, and Remy Morgan was in and out in about as much time as it took for me to say that. And another reverse atomic drop. That tailbone of Red absolutely taking a pounding. I think that came out wrong. But Morgan McClay with a big sidewalk slam and the pin broken up by Remy Morgan. Nobody heard that. Morgan McClay sending Remy over the top rope as Red Williams is looking for the tag with his teammate, but Remy's not there. I think he's the only one in this entire building who didn't know where Remy Morgan was. But we can all see where Dave Ridgway's going. Big splash into the corner, followed by another big splash by Morgan McClay. And you can consider that tree felled. A count of two, and that's all as Red Williams rolls out to effectively his corner man of Remy Morgan at this point. Remy not entered this match for any meaningful amount of time. Trying to talk the life back into his teammate. And McClay grabbing Red Williams by that flea-ridden beard. I mean, I don't know his hygiene, but I can assume it's full of fleas. As it looks like Red Williams has effectively the offcuts of Davy Crockett's spoils while hunting, basically taped to his face, but he's now in a dominant position as the count of two from a referee after a little bit of, shall we call it, shady tactics by Remy Morgan. Remy in the wrong corner, playing mind games with Morgan McClay as a big chop from Red Williams as we see Remy Morgan enter the match proper for basically the first time this evening. As another knife-edge chop strikes across the chest of Morgan McClay. Morgan and Williams, there's that well-oiled machine that I was talking about, that tag team acumen that only comes with match after match after match together. As Morgan McClay ducks the chop and didn't quite get all of the first one, but man, did he get the second one. But it seems to all that's done is made Red Williams angry as that shin across the base of the skull. Some sort of modified backstabber. I'm gonna call it the skull stabber. As Red Williams trying to get in an advantageous position against Morgan McClain. That modified bow and arrow. Stretching those abdominal muscles of Morgan McClain. That knee to the back, wrenching on the ankle, wrenching on the shoulder, tearing something out of its pocket. I don't even think he knows what he's specifically targeting. All I know is that has got to hurt. Count of 2. As the punches fall in bunches from Red Williams. Blow after blow after blow, landing across Morgan McClay's face. Morgan has got to make a tag here, and soon, if they want to have some hope of winning this match, you got to get your powerhouse Monster Man into the matchup. As Remy Morgan is taking full advantage of the referee's count of 5. Remy Morgan with that basement clothesline. Monster Man Dave Ridgway looking like he was about to break up the pin, but just a little bit too slow on the get-go.
Give it up, McClain. Give it up. He's not even in the tag team.
And a slap, and I don't know if that's the best. I don't know if that's the best tactic, as Morgan McClain has been known to have a bit of a temper, makes him angry, and he's able to get that last little bit of momentum as Dave Ridgway is clearing the ring. He's an absolute house of fire. As a huge back suplex befalls Remy Morgan, and Dave Ridgway picks him up onto his shoulders. I think he might be looking for the snake eyes. I don't know if Red Williams is a gambler, but I bet that boot to the face has got to hurt. High risk, high reward. The big man falling almost 10 feet from the sky. And his forearm just landing across the throat of the Shady Boy. And Morgan McClain tagged in, sending Red Williams up, and a huge black hole sidewalk slam onto Red Williams, as it appears like Dave Ridgway is directing traffic, but unfortunately, Morgan McClain just got steamrolled by that spear from Remy Morgan. As Monster Man has him up for a big stalling suplex. All that blood rushing to Remy Morgan's head as he's slammed in the mat by Monster Man. Monster Man calling for a shot and takes a huge knee to the jaw, as Red Williams going up to the middle rope. And a middle rope elbow drop from Big Red Williams of the Shady Boys. As every single one of our competitors is down in the center of the ring, the referee deciding to count. If he reaches the count of 10, it is an official draw. But it looks like Morgan McClain and the Shady Boys are able to get up. And noggin knocker from the big man, as it looks like Dave Ridgway is looking for a choke slam. Red Williams putting up a bit of a fight. And Dave Ridgway has both of them by the goozle as he sends them up, down. Double choke slam from Monster Man Dave Ridgway, as Morgan McClain is going for the pin, but he's not the legal man. Morgan McClain going for the pin, not the legal man. It looks like it was the wrong Shady Boy. looks like a thumb to the eye by Remy Morgan. And a little miscommunication from Morgan McClay as Remy Morgan looks like he's taking it to the outside, dive through the middle rope. Remy Morgan takes out the big man. Morgan McClay is hit by the boot. It looks like Morgan McClay was hit by the loaded boot of Red Williams, and it looks like the Shady Boys have picked up the win. Shenanigans about by the Shady Boys.
Red Williams and Remy Morgan, the Shady Boys.
And here we see a replay of that loaded boot across the dome of Morgan McClay, and that absolute grin from Red Williams. He knows he got away with it. The ref didn't see the loaded boot, and it looked like Morgan McClay was down for the count. Morgan still hasn't gotten up, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen. The Shady Boys looking like the cats that got the canary, the proverbial hand in the cookie jar, and boy are they eating good tonight on chocolate chip. The Shady Boys, your victors in this tag team contest. Remy Morgan saying exactly what he thinks to the camera, but unfortunately our camera does not have a microphone, so I don't think they can hear what he's saying, but I can assume that they're looking for tag team gold with this big win over Monster Man Dave Ridgway and Morgan McClay. It's hard to go up against the tag team that is, like I said, a well-oiled machine like the Shady Boys, especially this ragtag duo. Morgan McClay filling in for the injured Dynamite Pegasus, but unfortunately it is not enough, and the Shady Boys come up with the W.
All right, we are ready to roll into our next match.
Ya no hago tiraderas porque no las necesito. Pregúntale a la doña, pregúntale al bolito, pregúntale hasta el que no le gusta ver la pregúntale a tu rapper favorito. Pero quiero perro de esta tierra sin carne, perro de todas esas perras. No que pica porque es miembro de la banda, pues vengan pa' ponerles este miembro de bufanda. Hello, compadre, saluda a Scooby-Doo, el que mandó a la tierra los maricas de tu crew. So you know how we do, en tu plata carnalito. Aquí eso va de Gaber, te pegué desde morrito. Y claro, todos en su rancho son gallos, pero gallo que veis en el parque, para que les cante resulta más gallo. Calma, guacamayo, yo no te voy a...
And you saw that Eddie Elas has that mask in his mouth. That is actually the mask of the mighty Tortuga. You can see Tortuga's mask is a little mismatched, as Eddie stole that mask the last time they were in the ring together. Eddie got disqualified, stole the mask of Tortuga, and Tortuga just trying to get that back. Of course, in Lucha Libre, the mask is sacred. The mask is a symbol, and stealing the mask of another luchador is absolutely one of the worst signs of disrespect that you could ever give and Eddie is absolutely just flaunting it like a trophy. And Tortuga, not waiting for the bell, has a huge baseball slide drop kick, catching Eddie across the dome and taking this into his own hands as Tortuga goes to throw Eddie Islas into the ring. This match hasn't even begun and it's already broken down into bedlam. The bell rings as Tortuga and Eddie Islas, absolutely no love lost in this relationship between the mighty Tortuga and the straight edge devil Eddie Islas. Unfortunately, I might have actually misspoke there because these two absolutely were like brothers. They were inseparable, been on tag teams, defended titles, absolutely been like blood, and now this bad blood is taken as Eddie Islas has abandoned his friend, abandoned his brother, abandoned the SoCal Pro fans, and absolutely gotten this bad attitude that's only been exacerbated over the past few months. And Tortuga holding up that mask, taking back what's his, as a big chop catches the jaw of Eddie Islas. Big knife edge chop onto the chest. Those overalls are absolutely not going to help dissipate that impact as the mighty Tortuga, looking as strong as he ever has, throwing Eddie Islas like a rag doll across the ring. And Eddie Islas catching Tortuga with that elbow. And a kick to the hamstring. And a huge shotgun drop kick by Eddie Islas, taking the big man off his feet. And a kick to the ribs. Someone asking, are you sure you're hurting him? And that's actually a really good question. The mighty Tortuga has absolutely shown time and time again that he will not be dissuaded. He will not be brought down by just a little bit of discomfort or pain from the kicks of Eddie Islas. He absolutely needs to take Tortuga to the bare minimum of empty until there's nothing left in the tank, and that's when you'll actually start hurting the mighty Tortuga. But Eddie Islas, with this attitude change, I've never seen him more vicious. I've never seen him more aggressive than I have over the past few months. As Eddie Islas just landing knee after knee after knee to the face of Tortuga. Snapmare, and you can see Eddie Islas choking him with that bandana. Looking like Temu Aaron Carter. I realize Tortuga's not exactly Shaquille O'Neal. He's much stronger. As the shot catches Tortuga across the jaw, Irish whip into a back elbow. Eddie Islas in solid control. This is not a spot in the match that we usually see. Former SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, the mighty Tortuga, as Eddie seems to have done his homework, has been scouting the offense of Tortuga. Like I mentioned, they were like brothers, they were teammates, they were inseparable, best friends. So Eddie Islas knows Tortuga's offense inside and out, and he's been picking holes in it all match. But you can see the fans getting behind Tortuga as Eddie Islas, with a bit of unorthodox offense, gets a count of 2. And you can see that look on the mug of Eddie Islas. That bad attitude has been bubbling beneath the surface and has boiled over in the past few months. Eddie Islas has taken chairs to the face of Tortuga. Cost Tortuga matches, cost Tortuga titles. And it looks like he's trying to cost him yet another mask here this evening. Tortuga having to fix the mask that Eddie Islas is trying to remove. Like I mentioned, in Lucha Libre, the mask is a sacred thing. The mask is the personification of the individual wearing it. It's more than that. Eddie Islas, like the devil he is not just trying to take the mask of Tortuga, he's trying to take the soul of the man. Tortuga going up to the top rope. Eddie Islas catches and peels him off the top rope. A big crash as the mighty Tortuga mightily crashes into the middle of the ring. And a huge senton from Eddie Islas going for the pin. And only a count of 2. Eddie Islas going for it again. A count of 2, but even less this time. As Eddie's trying to do anything he can. And we've seen over the past month or two, Eddie Islas's frustration with our officials. Getting disqualified last month. And now getting in the face of our esteemed official. And these fans are absolutely behind Tortuga. And with good reason. That turtle is tenacious and chucking Eddie Islas as he went for that cutter.
Come on, Eddie.
Stopping the momentum of Eddie Islas, and Eddie Islas getting up, turns around into a huge clothesline from the mighty Tortuga. Back elbow sending Eddie Islas down. Tortuga, he's not looking like he's in pain, he's looking angry. And a huge exploder suplex into the middle of the ring. Eddie doesn't look like he knows where he is right now. He's dazed, he's confused. He's Matthew McConaughey. As Tortuga's looking to capitalize with a Shelly to belly. Big Enziguri as he climbs to the middle rope, and he's looking for that Tortuga bomb, twisting in the air and landing on Eddie Islas. That big twisting senton, but only 2.5. Eddie Islas looking like he's kicking out on pure instinct right now, as the air is forcefully removed from the abdomen of Eddie Islas. And he does the same to Tortuga in kind. Knees to the gut as Tortuga went for that patented Tortuga splash. As Eddie Islas might have also taken a little bit of damage like that. That is a lot of turtle landing on you, and even though those knees stopped the big man, Eddie Islas has now turned that pendulum of momentum around, and big cutter from Eddie Islas. We saw him go for it earlier, and he catches it in full. This might be it, as the referee sees Eddie Islas once again go for the mask. And Eddie Islas trying to remove the mask of Tortuga. But it might have actually cost him the match, as the referee had to stop him from removing that mask, which stopped the 3 count, which he may have actually gotten. As Eddie Islas climbing up to the second rope. And Tortuga stopping that momentum. Big shot, almost sends Eddie Islas tumbling off the top rope. That is a long way down. Tortuga climbing up to meet Eddie Islas. Might be seeing something big. Headbutt, headbutt, headbutt. As Tortuga looks like he's going for some sort of Spanish flyer. Oh! Eddie Islas chucking Tortuga off the top rope. And Tortuga catches that in we'll call it a disadvantageous position, as the rope goes between his legs, and Eddie Islas up to the top rope. Big elbow drop from the sky. Catches Tortuga right across his chest as the ref goes down. 1, 2. Thank you, referee. And unlike matches earlier in the evening, the referee actually seeing Eddie Islas try to get extra leverage from the rope. And Eddie Islas shoving our official. And Eddie Islas, for the second time in as many months, has gotten himself disqualified. And Eddie Islas putting the boots to our referee. That man is an official. That man is here to uphold the rules. As it looks like Eddie Islas was actually able to remove the mask yet again of Tortuga. And Eddie Elas yet again getting himself disqualified. Absolutely disgusting display from Eddie Elas, getting himself disqualified yet again.
The winner of the match by disqualification, the mighty Tortuga.
And Eddie Elas has stolen yet another mask from the mighty Tortuga, looking like he's trying to add to his collection. Eddie Elas once again turning his back on the fans, turning his back on the rules, turning his back on the officials. And you can see Eddie Elas with that grin, that smirk, that absolute smug look on his face. But at the end of the day, that is Tortuga's music playing. Tortuga winner by disqualification. And this is absolutely not finished. You can feel the bad blood boiling over between these two. And Tortuga absolutely beside himself right now, and for good reason. Eddie Elas has taken the cheap way out again and again and again, month after month. Getting himself disqualified is yet to get an actual pinfall victory over the mighty Tortuga.
$100K I spent that on my wrist, $200 spent that on your. Do me your model, put that on my list. Oh, there he going that foreign again. Killing the scene, bring the core in the end. Murder she wrote, swallow a choke. Hit her and go, I won't call her again. Woke up, running it, mounted. Crib as big as a college. Smoke me a pound of the loudest. Whipping some with no mileage. Diamonds cost me a fortune. Them horses all in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4,200 my mortgage. Falling on Red Corbett. You haters, you bore me. Only the real get a piece of the plate. Repping my city and running my state. Keep me up, through they run with the case. One piece, then I visit your place. Bang.
I come looking for you a Haitian. I stay smoking on good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a
I came here with a plan to dominate the competition, but things haven't gone as I had intended. Ignorance has made me fall from grace. I need to correct my course. Something needs to change. I need to change. A metamorphosis, so to speak. Become something new.
Matthias. Just got done watching your video again. It's pretty funny how mad you get when people think someone's better than you. And the other funny thing is the timing of this whole situation. Because the day that Summer Sizzle takes place will be the 1-year anniversary of my pro wrestling debut. You and I faced each other. And yes, you did beat me. But since that day, I've wrestled over 75 matches. I've gone up and down the coast, around the country, wrestling name after name after name. I've been tested, I've been pushed, and I've grown. In just 1 year at SoCal Pro, I formed the very first father-son tag team in the company's history. I walked into the main event of Genesis, and I walked out with the Golden State title. And now for the very first time, SoCal Pro's 2 champions will collide. And this isn't just a champion versus champion match. This is standard bearer versus standard bearer. The winner of this match will carry the weight of SoCal Pro on his back for years to come. And if you think you're that guy, just know that my family's name has carried it for 18 freaking years. You call yourself a machine, but I know that you're just a man. And on July 19th, I will show everyone not only am I the better champion at SoCal Pro, but I'm the better man than you are.
woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Be hating on rich as a bitch. 100K I spun that on my wrist. $200 spun that on your. You me your model, put that on my list. Or that he going that foreign again. Killing the scene, bring the core in the end. Murder she wrote, swallow a choke. Hit her and go, I won't call her again. Woke up running it mounted. Crib as big as a college. Smoke me a pound of the loudest. Whipping some with no mileage. Diamonds cost me a fortune. Them horses all in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4,200 my mortgage. Falling on like Corbett. You haters, you bore me. Only the real get a piece of the plate. Repping my city and running my state. Keep me up, through they run with the cage. Won't beef, then I visit your place. Bang.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay smoking on good Jamaicans. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a kick it.
I came here with a plan to dominate the competition, but things haven't gone as I had intended. Ignorance has made me fall from grace. I need to correct my course. Something needs to change. I need to change. A metamorphosis, so to speak. Become something new.
Hey Matthias, just got done watching your video again. It's pretty funny how mad you get when people think someone's better than you. And the other funny thing is the timing of this whole situation. Because the day that Summer Sizzle takes place will be the 1-year anniversary of my pro wrestling debut. You and I faced each other. And yes, you did beat me. But since that day, I've wrestled over 75 matches. I've gone up and down the coast, around the country, wrestling name after name after name. I've been tested, I've been pushed, and I've grown. In just 1 year at SoCal Pro, I formed the very first father-son tag team in the company's history. I walked into the main event of Genesis, and I walked out with the Golden State title. And now for the very first time, SoCal Pro's two champions will collide. And this isn't just a champion versus champion match. This is standard bearer versus standard bearer. The winner of this match will carry the weight of SoCal Pro on his back for years to come. And if you think you're that guy, just know that my family's name has carried it for 18 freaking years. You call yourself a machine, but I know that you're just a man. And on July 19th, I will show everyone not only am I the better champion at SoCal Pro, but I'm the better man than you are.
woke up in a new Bugatti. I 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 woke up in a new Bugatti.
We hating on rich as a bitch. 100K I spent that on my wrist. $200 spent that on your. You me your model, put that on my list. Oh, there he going that foreign again. Killing the scene, bring the core in the end. Murder she wrote, swallow a choke. Hit her and go home and call her again. Woke up, running it, mounted. Crib as big as a college. Smoke me a pound of the loudest. Whipping some with no mileage. Diamonds cost me a fortune. Them horses all in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4,200 my mortgage. Falling on my Corbett. You haters, you bore me. Only the real get a piece of the plate. Repping my city and running my state. Keep me up through they run with the cave. One beef, then I visit the place.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay smoking on good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a chicken.
I came here with a plan to dominate the competition, but things haven't gone as I had intended. Ignorance has made me fall from grace. I need to correct my course. Something needs to change. I need to change. A metamorphosis, so to speak. Become something new.
Welcome back, everybody, to SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the women's match of the evening?
to SoCal Pro Summer Sizzle. My name is Gnarly Charlie, the SoCal Pros Punk Rock Princess. And for the first time in too long, we've got women's wrestling here in SoCal Pro Wrestling. Mano y mano, señorita y señorita. And the referee calls for the bell. Adrien Diamond, our SoCal Pro Summer Classic winner, going up against Ruby Reyes, making a return here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. Been too long since we've seen her. And it looks like Adrien Diamond, Andy got real close look at Ruby Reyes' forearm as she takes that across the face. And another clothesline by Ruby Reyes. Definitely who you would call the veteran of the match, taking full control, but Andy with a nice counter there. As Ruby Reyes, a little bit of interesting offense, driving Andy's throat into the top rope as Ruby Reyes in full control here in the early goings of this match. And Ruby Reyes standing on the hair of Adrien Diamond. Now we've seen Adrien Diamond become a bit of a fan favorite here in SoCal Pro Wrestling. People have absolutely been seeing her as the diamond she is, but unfortunately, Ruby Reyes doesn't care if she's a diamond, if she's quartz, if she's granite. Ruby Reyes is absolutely chiseling away at Adrien Diamond. And Ruby Reyes making sure that everybody can see the face of Adrien Diamond as she plants it into the mat.
I can stop this right now. I can stop this right now. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
And Ruby Reyes with it looks like a fish hook. So I hear calls from the crowd that that's not sanitary. It's definitely not sanitary, but it's definitely effective. As Ruby Reyes knows how to pick apart her opponent. Andy not exactly been able to get any bit of momentum here in the match, but that might change as nobody's home. And a big knife-edge chop from Adrien Diamond, European uppercut. As she calls for Diamond Dreams, big splash in the corner. As it looks like Adrien Diamond showing signs of life here tonight. And sent into the corner. Signs of life maybe, but Ruby Reyes with absolute signs of domination. Taking back control, clothesline after clothesline. As she adjusts Adrien Diamond into a very inopportune position. And our official breaking up the action in the corner. Once again, keeping everything above the level, above board. And Ruby Reyes taking off some of her ring gear and asking the referee to get it. The referee, of course, a gentleman, will absolutely acquiesce to that request. But in doing so, turns his back so Ruby Reyes can, we'll call it bend the rules a little bit here this evening. But Ruby Reyes has to be very careful that she doesn't break them and get herself disqualified. But it looks like the end goal, Ruby Reyes counting along with our official to his count of 10, gets up to 5. Ruby Reyes, basement dropkick sending Adrien Diamond crashing to the floor. Once again, SoCal Pro Wrestling, here we don't have mats. That is exposed floor. There is no give to that floor whatsoever. There is no padding, no protection. And Adrien Diamond just fell that 4 feet. Well, 3 feet to the floor. Landing spine first as Ruby Reyes. Unfortunate, that is a noogie, ladies and gentlemen. As she gets Adrien Diamond into an inopportune position, Adrien Diamond's definitely gonna have to start fighting back. As that big chop, you can see the shock of pain on Adrien Diamond's face. As another forearm. And it sounds like Ruby Reyes is counting for one more time. Bracing up against that steel post. Adrien Diamond taking advantage of that. Ruby Reyes missed the chop, hit the post instead, and has thus provided an opening that Adrien Diamond is all too eager to capitalize on. Targeting that arm of Ruby Reyes, and that's the opening that you're looking for when you've got an opponent who is that much more experienced than you, has that much more knowledge and know-how like Ruby Reyes does. You have to take any opening you can, any little bit of slip in the defense. And it does look like that has happened here for Ruby Reyes as she went to go for the forearm and actually looks like she's injured that arm. I wonder if that's going to put a pause in her offense. Well, I might be eating those words as it doesn't look like there's any sort of pause in the offense at all. Ruby Reyes definitely looks like her arm is not 100%, but calling for the shot and a huge lifting knee to the face of Adrien Diamond. And Adrien Diamond once again capitalizing. It looks like Ruby Reyes might be underestimating her opponent just a little bit. As Adrien Diamond, very creative, looking for defeat and hitting the shoulder of Ruby Reyes. Ruby Reyes looks like she might be getting a little bit frustrated that Adrien Diamond has provided this much of a challenge, as that big sling blade by Adrien Diamond sends Ruby Reyes down. And it looks like Adrien Diamond, that diamond's getting polished off. And that head of steam is following Adrien Diamond as she calls her Diamond Dreams yet again. Big hip attack into the corner. Adrien calling for one more time. Another big hip attack in the corner. And Ruby Reyes, I don't know if it's doing damage or just frustrating her, but Adrien Diamond's calling for it one more time. And a third hip attack, definitely angering Ruby Reyes as she takes a big clothesline to the back. And Ruby Reyes absolutely showing why she has earned that status of veteran in the ring. And Ruby Reyes absolutely showing queen status as she picks up the victory over our Summer Classic winner, Adrien Diamond. And what a showing from these two ladies. Women's wrestling is absolutely back in SoCal Pro Wrestling. Here at the Summer Classic, one more time, let's take a look at that big clothesline to the back. Absolutely clubbing low.
You own a red Toyota, possibly, license plate 7KFC625. It's blocking the driveway down the street. It's going to get towed. A red car, Lexus maybe, Toyota.
And so sorry for the pause
car,
in our action this evening.
Come move it to the front door.
But of course, we don't want to get anybody towed here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. We're all here about body slams, not so much about paying for towage.
So move it to the front door.
And that's how you get a front row seat here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. Thank you so much for joining us this evening at SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle. And we're going to be moving on to our main event of the evening, champion versus champion here, as the ass-kicking machine Matthias goes up against the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, in a champion versus champion match that is absolutely going to burn the house down. We've seen the display of domination that Matthias has had ever since he won the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship, but also dominant
for our main event of the evening
is the Radiant Sun. You hear the chants from these SoCal Pro fans. I can't repeat them because, well, that'd be a violation of my contract, but we've got champion versus champion here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. Those titles are not on the line this evening. This is an exhibition of sorts, but what an exhibition. Our Golden State champion, Jake Redondo, versus our SoCal Pro heavyweight champion, the ass-kicking machine, Matthias. As it looks like we're going to have a battle for supremacy here in SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. This is your champion versus champion match. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 201 pounds, he is your SoCal Pro Golden State champion, Jake Redondo. And his opponent, the challenger, from Gold County, California, weighing in at 254 pounds, he is your SoCal Pro heavyweight champion, the ass-kicking machine, Matthias.
who the fan favorite is here. Golden State champion Jake Redondo challenging Matthias to the champion versus champion match. Like I said, this is absolutely a battle for supremacy here at SoCal Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle. And there you see championship gold sitting on the ringside.
Are you ready? Come on! Let's move that bell!
And the bell sounds as collar and elbow tie-up. Matthias already overpowering Jake Redondo, our Golden State champion. And it's absolutely not hard to see who's going to have the strength advantage, but that's what Jake Redondo has to do. He has to have that speed advantage, that agility. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the tables turn here this evening as Jake Redondo looks like he's going to fly. Matthias looking to end it early with that driver that won him the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Championship. And Jake with a big leaping leg drop as Matthias so graciously drapes his throat over the middle rope. Jake Redondo up and over Matthias. Drop toe hold, kick, duck and kick. That tenacity, that stick-to-itiveness of Jake Redondo. As Jake already showing that agility, that athleticism, that speed that's going to counteract the power, the strength of Matthias bridging belly-to-belly suplex. Only a count of one. As this champion versus champion match underway here at SoCal Pro Summer Sizzle as a big knife edge chop slaps across the chest of Matthias, and a second one. Those knife edge chops, we've seen them all evening. They are not going to win you the match, but they are going to wear down your opponent. They are going to make that opponent think twice about leaving that opening as Jake is raining down punches. But Matthias very easily turns the tables with a high back suplex. And the referee's count of 2. And that's a great example of why Jake Redondo has to show that ingenuity, that agility, and stay out of the grips of Matthias. Because if Matthias can get a good hold of Jake Redondo, it is going to be nigh on impossible for Jake Redondo to break that grip. The strength advantage is handedly with Matthias as we see the aggression from our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion. Matthias picking up and driving Jake Redondo into the corner. One more time, picking him up and driving him once again into the corner. Jake Redondo's shown more fire, but Matthias is absolutely showing more dominance in this matchup. And there's that resiliency from Jake Redondo, but all for naught, it looks like, as Matthias with the choke on the bottom rope. Matthias, absolutely the more aggressive of the two, the more devious, the more willing to make the rules work for him. And that includes the rules of gravity, which Jake Redondo admittedly sometimes seems to forget, but is reminded by a big clothesline from the ass-kicking machine Matthias for a count of 2. And Matthias raining down punches on Jake Redondo, looking like a caged bull. More than man, more than ass-kicking machine. As he sends Jake Redondo to the sky with those knees. And a huge hip toss from the ass-kicking machine Matthias to our Golden State champion, the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, for a count of 1, 2, and only 2. As Jake is able to get his shoulder up. Matthias looking like going for a slingshot as Jake Redondo catches himself. Matthias doesn't know that he caught himself in a huge cross-body from Jake Redondo. As that high-flying offense looks to turn the tide against the SoCal Pro Heavyweight champ. Punches in bunches, spinning haymaker to the jaw of Matthias, and a clothesline, and another sending Matthias down. Ducking the boot, baseball slide, and Zaguri. Jake Redondo seemingly in control right now as a big back suplex spin out. Going for the pin, count of 1, 2, but only 2. And you'll notice that kick out was a little bit sooner than Jake Redondo's have been. The agility is there, the tables have been turned, but the power isn't there like it is for our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion Matthias. The power game may be an insurmountable obstacle for the Radiant Sun, but boy is he going to try to surmount it. Ducking the clothesline, ducking the boot, and a huge power slam by Matthias, catching that boot and bringing him up for a one-handed power bomb almost. Twisting neck breaker. That might be all for our Golden State champion, but he kicks out at the count of 2. Matthias absolutely taking some punishment here. And it looks like Matthias, rather than his grimace, his anger, has turned to slight exasperation as Jake Redondo keeps kicking out of these power moves and not even letting the moves happen as he lands on his feet from Matthias' huge driver. And Matthias may have tweaked his knee. As he exited the ring. Our referee checking on the ass-kicking machine. Matthias, and inside the ring is Fidel. That's Fidel Bravo. We saw him in the opening contest this evening, and Fidel Bravo looks like he's going to take a cheap shot as those huge shotgun knees to the chest of Jake Redondo, and the Golden State champion is down. The Golden State champion is down for the count. Matthias got the referee's attention. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he's absolutely going to capitalize on it as Fidel Bravo underhanded shot to Jake Redondo. That huge shotgun knee is a big driver from Matthias. That's it. We've seen him put many away. 1, 2, 3. And the referee. And the referee seeing Fidel Bravo seeming confused. As Fidel Bravo looks like he's got his eyes on a certain prize. One more time we're going to see here. Fidel Bravo, Jake Redondo didn't know what was coming. Jake Redondo didn't know what was coming, and those huge shotgun knees from Fidel Bravo. As Fidel Bravo seems to have sent a message to the Golden State champion, Jake Redondo. I don't know if Matthias and Fidel had that planned, some sort of collusion, but you can't argue that that has absolutely worked out in Matthias' favor. And Fidel Bravo, after a cheap shot, holding above Jake Redondo, his Golden State championship. That is not Fidel's belt, that is Jake Redondo's belt. You can see the look of anger on Jake Redondo's face. And unfortunately, that angry face just caught a boot from Fidel Bravo. And Fidel Bravo absolutely sent a message here to the Golden State champion, the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, calling his shot. shot saying your title reign is almost over. Jake Redondo being cheered on by these fans, absolutely robbed of the victory here tonight against the SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion, and you can see the frustration, and rightly so, as Jake Redondo was absolutely cost his win by a cheap shot.
Thanks so much for coming out, everybody. We'll see you next month, August 16th at the Boys and Girls Club right here in Vista. Everybody drive safe and have a good night.
Thank you so much for joining us here at SoCal Pro Summer Sizzle. I've been Gnarly Charlie, your punk rock princess. This has been SoCal Pro Wrestling, and we will see you next month in August 16th at the Vista Boys and Girls Club.